Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Double Feature Friday here on After Further Review. I'm your host, Steve Tower. Hope you had a great week. And tonight, for our double feature, something a little bit different. I'm just going to take a quick look at my Blood Bowl team. So I am part of a league in one of my local hobby stores, Great Stories Inc. in Wittsville, Massachusetts. This is my second season doing Blood Bowl, and just had our first league night last night. And I don't have the table space here to show off a game at home, or at least on camera. So I thought I would just show off a couple of my players, let you guys know what a fun game Blood Bowl is if you're not familiar with it. It's by Games Workshop. It's been out, for a long time. It is now, I want to say, in its fifth different rule set edition, and very, very fun game to pick up and play. You need to put your team together. I like to paint mine. That's actually one of the reasons that I got into this. I do like to paint, and so for this season I decided to play the Halflings, which are a whimsical team of of smaller, diminutive players who are big on heart, but they get access to these tree men. So I have two of them on my team. This is Stubby Longsap, who had a successful completion in my game last night, which was kind of funny. So they have an ability; they can throw their smaller teammates the same way that they would throw a pass. Very, very fun. So Blood Bowl is basically what's the best way to put it? It's sort of a mishmash of American football, I guess, and rugby would be the best way. So the full version that I'm playing is 11 on each side, and you're just trying to score more points than your opponent. And the way the turns work are actually pretty interesting. So you activate each of your different players, as long as they don't as long as they don't fail whatever they're trying to do, then your turn continues until all of your players are activated. But if a player tries to throw a block onto an opposing player and he actually ends up getting knocked down himself, then your turn is over. If you try to throw a pass and you fail the pass, your turn is over. So a lot of risk reward going on, and definitely a game that if if you don't like having the dice sometimes decide your game, it is not for you. But a lot of fun. Really great way to get into a league as well. Gets me out to my local hobby store once a month. So I do have two of the tree men on my squad here. So there's another one. I painted them up in little different colors, so I can tell the difference of them. They also have numbers on them. Let's see. Next up, we got Knobfast Grub. This is probably my favorite player. He was my favorite miniature to paint. Real fun guy. He is a catcher for my team here for the Turnip Hill Titans. He didn't do much last night, so my game actually ended up as a 0-0 draw. I was playing against a player using a Lizardman team, so I almost consider that a victory for these guys. This is Elmfast Eat More. He's got a little critter stuffed into his kit up front. He was another fun one to put together. Let's see. Next up, I have Muderick Saxville Baggins. So I found a website that has a team creator, or a team name creator, and also a player name creator. You put in what race your team is, and so that's where I got all these. He's kind of fun. Instead of a helmet, he's wearing a pot on the top of his head. Let's see, and then one of my hefties. So these guys have a little bit more armor on them, a little bit tougher. than the normal halflings. This is Bogwise Greenacre. He is the only player on my team that's wearing an actual helmet. And then one of the big draws for playing the halflings is because their players are so small and they're cheaper to hire than on other teams. They have access to a lot of star players when you play. So last night I had Puggy Bacon Breath, who is a star halfling player. He was a very, very fun model to paint up. He's carrying a giant hoagie under his arm, and then he's also carrying a turnip in his other arm. And so the thing is with star players is you have to pay for them every game that you use them, whereas the players on your team, you only pay once for a hiring fee. And then I had to use this one. This is Acorn, the squirrel, and he is a tough little fellow, possessed, some might say. Unfortunately, I didn't get any knockouts with him, but fun guy to run around. He's a lot faster than all my other players. Caused a little bit of chaos on the pitch, but maybe next time I'll have him out. So if you're somebody that used to do miniatures, maybe used to do 40K, or you've done some war gaming, and you have any interest in sports, obviously, Blood Bowl, really, really fun, because basically you just need to buy one team. There is a starter box that comes with 2 teams, comes with the game board, the rule booklet, everything you need to get going, dice. But if you're playing in a league, you only need your one team. 11 models. You can put them together and paint them up pretty fast. So it's a pretty low barrier to entry for playing a miniature game, and just so much fun. It's so great when you basically have a wide open shot to the end zone to get a touchdown. All you need to do is just not roll a 1 for your last rush roll, and then of course you roll a 1. So that is Blood Bowl. I'll try to get a little more content on there. I don't know, maybe I can play around some long weekend and see if I can get my camera set up so that I could show a full pitch and play out a sample game. But for now, we are going to head to the ballpark, and I will get things set up here. Tecmo Bowl is even better than Blood Bowl. Well, different game, I guess. But yes, I definitely will not disagree that Tecmo Bowl is a fantastic game. And apparently Tecmo Bowl is still being kept alive by modders. There's people that are making current rosters, so you can play it on your computer with current teams. So yeah, where there's a will, there's a way, I guess. But yeah, you really can't go wrong with Tecmo Bowl, that's for sure. So all right, but now we are talking baseball. So when last we left, the Cincinnati Reds were not able to put away the Pittsburgh Pirates. In Game 4, they were trying to do a sweep to advance to the World Series, but the Pirates were able to fight them off to get the win. And now here in Game 5, we are still in Three Rivers Stadium, and they have their ace on the mound, Doug Drabek, the 1990 Cy Young Award winner, and he will be going against Tom Browning. Tom Browning, who was actually had the most wins for the Reds in 1990. He was a 15-game winner himself, and he will be trying to wrap up this series here on the road. Otherwise, we'll be having a Game 6, which will be back in Riverfront Stadium. So, with that out of the way, we will get this going. The only note for the game tonight is Stan Belinda for the Pirates in the Pirates bullpen. If he does come in, he will have 1 point of fatigue. Everyone else will be fully rested. So, I think tonight we're going to use our optional weather just to see what is going on. It was a clear day, so we won't worry about rain because we don't want to get our game rained out. But let's see what the temperature is. This is a night game. This game historically took place on October 10th, 1990. Start time was 8:25. So a night game in October. Let's see, a base of 40, so it's going to be 51, 54 degrees here at first pitch. So there will be no change on the deep drive chart. And then we're going to roll for wind. That chart is over here on the score sheet. And a 3 is blowing from left field to right field. So deep drives to left field will be -1. No change to straightaway center, and then +1 power on drives to right field. All right, so there we go. Oh, and as Robert joins us from the RJL Network, thank you for tuning in, Robert. And happy St. Patrick's Day to anyone who's celebrating. We're all a little Irish on March 17th. And on a personal note, this is boy, I'm going to age myself. This is the 28th anniversary of me graduating from Marine Corps boot camp. It was just funny that it happened to be on St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day 1995, so I'll always remember that date. All right, so here we go. Doug Drabek has finished his warm-up tosses. The Reds will have their fairly normal lineup. The only change is Herm Winningham will be batting second, playing in center field. Billy Hatcher will be on the bench. Oliver is catching. Oliver and Reed basically platooned in this series, and it'll be Oliver behind the plate tonight. For Pittsburgh, Bobby Bonilla is actually going to be at third base tonight, and it will be R.J. Reynolds in right field. So we'll see how all of that plays out. But here we go. Barry Larkin comes in, and hey, thank you, Clinton. Cross graduated Air Force Basic in February 1992. All right. Well, Cross, thank you for your service. As Grant Pachoco joins us from the West Coast. Welcome, Grant. Thank you for tuning in. All right, here we go. Will the Pirates be able to grab another game here to send this back to Cincinnati, or can the Reds wrap things up tonight? Here we go. Our first at bat is going to be on Larkin's card, 454. He's going to drive a single into right field. And there we go. One batter, one hit. Let's see. Larkin did steal 30 bases that year. So let's see if he can grab a lead. Drabek's hold rating, he has a hold of 5. And Larkin has a steal rating of 7. So let's see, 11. Oh, no, he will not get a lead. All right, so I think he's not going to take a chance on stealing. All right. And he can only try to establish a lead once per at-bat. So Herm Winningham up now. Runner on first. Nobody out. 5-15. That's going to go right back to the mound. And it's a hot shot. So Drabek able to knock it down. But his only play will be getting Winningham at first. So Larkin will advance to second on the ground out. All right, so now one out, one on for Paul O'Neill in right field tonight, and he can give the The Reds an early lead here, 5-58. That is going to go. Oh, that's going to be actually Bobby Bonilla, who is not playing at his normal position. So we'll have to check the range here. Let's see. His range at third is a 5. The blue die is an 8. So I believe that means it's going to be a hit. If the blue die is equal to or lower than the player's range, the batter is out. Results above the player's range are singles through the infield, except for rolls greater than the fielding rating. In which case the batter reaches first. Oh, I see. Oh, so his fielding is a 7. Oh, so this is going to be an error. I see. Oh, okay. I haven't had an infielder or a player playing in the infield that was not his normal position. All right, so that means it's going to be an E5. So Larkin's going to go into third. So that'll be the first error of the game. Hot shot to the hot corner. And right away, the it does seem like when a player is in a position like that somehow the ball will find him. All right. And oh yes, and of course I can't forget Bob, our tanker here of the group. Welcome, Bob, and thank you for your service. Hope you're having a good week. Here we go. Eric the Red now coming up to bat. Runners at the corners, only one out. 469. That is going to be a double. Davis drives one into the gap. Larkin will trot in to score. And O'Neill will hold at third. So we'll have runners at second and third and an RBI double for Davis. The Reds strike first. They draw first blood against Drabek. All right. Hey, and there we go. And Robert is a Navy veteran. Awesome. Well, Robert, thank you for your service as well. I have found that, especially in the sports board game community, that there are a lot of veterans out there. So, all right. Hal Morris up to bat now. Still just one out. 2 ducks on the pond. And we got triple twos. And let's see. Ooh, that is going to be a 6-4-3, but with a runner not forced, they'll get the out at first. I don't know if runners advance on that. Yeah, I guess they do, because a 6-4-3 would normally be a double play, but if first base is unoccupied, change it to a 6-3, and on a 6-3, a ground out, runners advance 1 base. All right. So we'll have a runner at third now, and another run is going to come in. So O'Neill comes in to score. Davis over to third, and Morris will be out on the 6-3. So I guess a hot shot. Let's see. That Bell had to dive, and his only play was to stand up and get the out at first. So now 2 out. 2 runs already in. Need a little bit more space over here. There we go. And up comes Spuds Chris Sabo. Let's see if he can keep the inning going. 409. Oh, just missed on a walk. He is going to go down swinging. Oh, I forgot to mark that second out. So, and we'll strand the runner at third. So the Reds in business here. Let's see. 2 runs, 2 hits, and 1 runner left on. So we'll head to the bottom half of the inning with the Reds leading 2-0 as Charles H. joins us in the chat room. Welcome, Charles. All right, so here we go. The lefty Tom Browning towing the mound, and he will start with a lead. Here we go. Gary Reedus playing at first tonight for the Bucks will lead things off. 3-23 is going to be a strikeout. One down. Base is empty for Jay Bell. Batting second, playing at short tonight. 362. He is going to get jammed, and he will fly out to Morris over at first base. He'll take a couple steps back into the outfield grass to make that catch. Base is empty, 2 down for center fielder Andy Van Slyke. 682. The home team will become a 687. So that is going to be a long single. It's going to hit the wall, but Winningham will get it back in and hold him to a single. So a 2-out single by Van Slyke keeps the inning going. Here comes Bobby Bowe. Playing at third tonight. Still batting fourth. 251. Let's see. He's against a switch. So it's going to become a 581. Oh, so that's going to go to center field. And a 581 will be a flyout to Winningham. All right. So after one full, the Reds are on top, 2-0. Browning gives up just the one hit there in the inning, but Pirates unable to do anything with it. All right, here we go in the second inning. We'll have the bottom of the order for Cincinnati. 7, 8, and 9 batters coming up. Joe Oliver, the catcher for Cincinnati, going to lead things off. 244. That is going to be a ground out to short. 6-3 if you're scoring at home. 1 out, base is empty for the second baseman, Mariano Duncan. For 63, that is going to be a double into center field. So Duncan gets himself into scoring position. Third hit of the evening. And here comes Tom Browning with a runner at second. He'll swing away. 236. Let's see. His contact rating is a 1. Oh, but we're reading off the pitcher's card anyways. 236 will be a grounder to second. So that means that Duncan's going to advance. So Browning with a productive out. And we'll go back to the top of the order. 2 down, runner at third for Barry Larkin. Larkin singled and came around to score in the first inning. 122 is going to become a 322. And a 322 is an infield single. And Duncan running on contact will come in to score. So the third run of the game already across, and the ace for the Pirates is falling apart here early. Here comes Herm Winningham. He ground out his first appearance. 277. This is going to be a deep drive to right field, and because of the wind, it's going to add 1. So Winningham with a power of 4 plus 1. Let's see. So 12, 13, 16. Oh, he's going to just miss out. Oh, a deep, deep drive into right field. That'll be R.J. Reynolds, who is going to track that down. And, oh, boy, it was almost a 5-0 game. And the home fans breathe a sigh of relief. Oh, my goodness. So just a long, loud F9 for the third out. But the Reds do tack on another run. It's 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. All right, your 1990 NL MVP up to the plate now. Bonds had a good game 4. Was part of the reason that they won that game. A big part of the reason why they won game 4. Let's see how he does here in his first at-bat. 153. That's going to be a comebacker right to the mound. And Browning handles it easily. Over to Morris at first. And there is one down. Here comes R.J. Reynolds. 1 out. Base is empty for him. 497. Let's see. Is going to be a fly out, a deep fly out to Davis in left field. 2 down now. And here comes the catcher, Don Slott. 622, the home team, so it'll become a 627. Will just be a pop out to Larkin at short. And he takes it for the third out. So 3 up, 3 down. And it is 3-0 as we head to the top of the third. Cincinnati will have their 3, 4, and 5 batters coming up. Heart of the order. Paul O'Neill going to lead things off. He reached on a Bonilla error and later came around to score in his first appearance. Let's see, 154. That's going to be a fly out to left field. And 1 down now. Base is empty for Eric Davis. Davis with an RBI double, his first trip to the plate. 422. He's going to ground that to Bell, who will throw on to first for the outs. 2 up, 2 down. Here comes Hal Morris. Morris, a ground out victim in his first plate appearance. 286. Let's see. That is going to be a deep drive to left field. Here we go again. Deep drive. Sorry, deep drive to right field. Hal Morris with a power of 4. We'll add 1 to that for the wind. Let's see. So 10, 11, 12, 13. Just a fly out to right field. So Drabek able to keep it in the park again. Just barely, but it's 3 up, 3 down. And we will head to the bottom of the third. Cincinnati still on top, 3-0. Here we will have the 8, 9, and 1 batters coming up for Pittsburgh. Jose Lind, the second baseman for Pittsburgh. Here's his first plate appearance. 635 will become a 640 for the home team. So that'll be a fly out to Whittingham in center field. 1 out, base is empty. Here comes Drabek, his first plate appearance. See if he can help himself out. 447. He has a contact of 3. Or no, we need his I rating for a 4. I rating of 3. 447 is going to be a pop out to the second baseman. 2 out, base is empty. Lineup flips over back to the top. Here is Reedus, a strikeout victim. His first plate appearance. 349. That's going to be a deep drive into right field, but O'Neill is going to corral it. Couple steps in front of the warning track for the third out. 3 up, 3 down. 3-0 Cincinnati as we head to the top of the fourth. Here in the fourth inning, Cincinnati will have the middle of their order. Like the bottom half of their order. Sabo's going to lead things off. Sabo struck out to end the first inning in his first plate appearance. Let's see, 377. Hey, he's going to find one he likes here and drills it into the gap between center and right field, and he will have a leadoff double. And oh boy, so we'll have some activity starting in the Pittsburgh bullpen. They're going to have John Smiley start to get up. He's their long reliever. Let's see. And Ted, the Tower of Power, will also get up. So we'll have a lefty and righty going in the bullpen. And a quick mound visit from Leland to see if he can settle down his ace here, because he really needed him to pitch a strong game tonight, and he is not getting it. Already down 3-0, and the Reds got a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Here comes the catcher, Joe Oliver. Let's see if he can drive him in. 2-19. He will not. He's going to ground to short, so Sabo is going to have to hold. And there is the first out. Oh, here comes the second baseman, Duncan. Duncan with a double and a run scored. 238. That is going to be a grounder to the second baseman. So Sabo will make his way over to third. But there is 2 out. Runner at third for Browning. Let's see if he can get a bloop here. 653. That will not do it. That is going to be a grounder to the first baseman, who will step on the bag himself for the third out. So the leadoff double by Sabo goes for naught. He will be stranded at third. So Cincinnati's still on top, 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Here in the fourth, Pittsburgh will have their 2, 3, and 4 batters coming up. J. Bell 0 for 1 on the evening. 4:45 is the roll. Let's see. That is going to be a grounder to Sabo at third. He'll fire on to Morris to get the first out. Andy Van Slyke coming up. Van Slyke has the only hit of the evening so far for Pittsburgh. A 2-out single back in the first. 6:36 becomes a 6:41. He will fly out to center field for the second out. Now here comes Bobby Bowe. He is 0 for 1 tonight. 6:44 becomes a 6:49 for the home team. He will also fly out to center field. So Winningham busy tonight, but he will track it down. So another 3 up, 3 down for Tom Browning. And it is 3-0 as we head to the 5th inning. Oh, goodness. Here in the 5th, the Reds will have the top of the order coming up. So Larkin having himself a night so far. He is 2 for 2. 2 singles, an RBI, and a run scored. As Gizmo Board Games joins us. Welcome. Let's see. You got some good March Madness going on. The March Madness, I am so glad that I am not a gambler. Oh boy. Well, for a lot of reasons, but whenever March Madness comes along, like, yep, that's why I do not gamble. Let's see. Larkin up to bat, 586. That's going to go into center field. So that is on Van Slyke's card. Let's see. And an 86. It's going to get by him. He starts to come in, and it's going to go over his head for a leadoff double. The 6th hit of the night given up by Drabek. And once again, the Reds are in business with a leadoff hit. Let's see if they can get anything done this time. Boy, and now a real decision to make. I think they're going to let Drabek face one more batter. And if he cannot get Winningham out, they will go to the pen to bring in Smiley to face O'Neill. All right, so here we go. Drabek winds, deals. Uh-oh, and a 682 is going to be a bloop single. So on a bloop single with less than 2 outs, the runner has to wait to see if it's going to get caught. So he will only advance to third. So now we got runners at the corners, nobody out, and Paul O'Neill coming to the plate, and that is going to be it for Doug Drabek. Oh my goodness, his team facing elimination, and he just did not have it tonight. So he will go 4+ innings. Let's see, 7 hits. 3 runs so far, although one of them will not be earned because of the error on Bonilla. All right, so Smiley comes in here in the 5th to face O'Neill. Let's see if the call to the pen pulls off. All right, here we go. O'Neill is... I guess 0 for 1. Did reach on that error and then later scored. 631. Oh, that's going to be an infield fly to short. So we will call the infield fly roll. 1 out, a big out. And now that sets up a potential inning-ending double play. Here, but they have Eric Davis to face. Let's see what happens. 427. Oh my gosh, and they will get the 6-4-3 double play. Woo! So John Smiley comes in and shuts the door. They had runners at the corners with nobody out, and they will be left stranded. So close the books on Drabek, and it will remain 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. All right, and they will have Bonds leading things off. So 5, 6, and 7 batters coming up. Let's see, as PW32M joins us. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're doing well here on this Friday evening. Bonds up to the plate. Let's see. And a 123 is going to be a fly out to O'Neill in right field. 1 down. Nobody on for R.J. Reynolds. 625 will become a 630 for the home team. That'll be a pop out to short. Larkin grabs it for the second out. 2 out, nobody on for the catcher, Don Slott, who is 0 for 1 tonight. And a 419 will be a grounder to Larkin at short. Throws on to first for the out. And another 1-2-3 inning for Tom Browning. What a great game he has been pitching so far. He has a 1-hit shutout going with his team. Just 1 win away from going to the World Series. All right, so here in the top of the 6th, the middle of the order coming up, Morris, Sabo, and Oliver due to come up. Smiley will still be on the bump for Pittsburgh. Lefty on lefty here, 166. And Morris is going to win this matchup and drive a opposite field single. So leadoff runner aboard yet again. Let's see what happens here. Chris Sabo coming up. Sabo is 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a double. 686. That is going to be, let's see, first base with the 2. I believe that means that the runners are each going to, the runner on first will advance to third. So yet again, we will have runners at the corners and nobody out. Boy, oh boy, can Smiley do it again? Let's see, or do they want to go to the pen? Oy. I think that with two righties coming up, they will. They're going to make the call to the pen. So here we go. Ted Power will come on. And once again, Cincinnati has runners at the corners and nobody out. So Smiley will go 1+ inning. Let's see. Has not given up any runs so far, but will be responsible for both of those runners currently on. So here comes Power in the 6 to face Oliver. Can the Reds crack this one open? Here in the 6, 165. Oh, that is going to be a walk. Oh, goodness. So the base is full of Reds. Nowhere to put Mariano Duncan, who probably one of the best hitters you'll see batting out of the 8th spot. Batted .306 on the season. Let's see what he can do here. He is 1 for 2 so far tonight with a double and a run scored. Here we go, folks. 464, and that is going to be a double. Drives a double into center field. Morris comes in to score. Sabo will come in to score. Oliver over to third, and here we go, folks. That may have been the death knell of the 1990 Pittsburgh Pirates. 2 runs come in. Is now 5-0. Runners at second and third. Tom Browning coming up. They're going to let him pitch, or let him hit, rather. And he will swing away with first base open. Let's see. Oh, and actually, Ted Power, he has a stamina of 0. Let's see. So he will now have 2 points of fatigue. So that means that a 653 will become a 673. Which is still going to be a out. All right. So let's see. Did they... I guess they probably would have had the infield playing in with the pitcher batting. Oh boy, I didn't declare it, but I think that's one of those things that would automatically happen. Let's see, where's my handy dandy decider die? Here we go. If it's a dot, they were playing in. They're not. All right, so we'll give Pittsburgh a break. They will get the out at first. The runners will hold. And there's 1 out. All right. So here comes Larkin now. Larkin is 3 for 3 with 2 singles, a double, an RBI, and a run scored. 530. So that's going to the first baseman. Let's see, and a 363 will become a 3 unassisted, or a 3-1, I guess. And I guess that will score another run, because with the let's see. Or I suppose that they would still have the oh, okay. No, with the infield in, a 3-6-3 or 3-6 becomes a 3U, and the runner on third holds. Okay. All right. So they'll get Larkin at first. For the second out, but it doesn't get any easier. Here comes Herm Winningham. Winningham 1 for 3 on the night. And a 530. Oh, that's right back to Regis at first. So he will grab that for the third out. But 2 runs rather, come across, and it is 5-0. Cincinnati on top. And you can kind of feel it in the stands, the crowd's unease, as I think they may be watching the last game for the Pirates this season. Here in the bottom of the 6th, the 8-9-1 batters due up. Jose Lind going to lead things off. Lind 0 for 1 on the evening. Ooh, 698 is going to become a 703. So that's going to be a deep drive to center field. Lind with a power of 0. There's no wind going out to center, so just the 2 D10s. That'll be a 17. And he is just going to miss Winningham on his horse up against the wall, and he will grab that for the first out. It has been that kind of evening for Pittsburgh. With the pitcher spot coming up, they will bring in a pinch hitter. So out in the bullpen, they will have, let's see, they're going to have Bob Patterson warming up, and Bill Landrum. And coming off the bench, let's see, lefty on the mound. So they will have, I guess they'll have Wally Backman come in. So our first pinch hitter of the evening will be Backman here in the bottom of the 6th. And he will come up with 1 out, nobody on, and his team trailing 5-0. 203 will be a strikeout. So down goes Backman. Yes, the weather effects are pretty cool. Sometimes I don't use them, but they're easy to roll. I like that it even breaks it down by what time of year it is, if it's a night game, if it's a day game. Yes, very cool implementation of weather into the charts, into the game. All right, so back to the top of the order now for Pittsburgh. First baseman Gary Regis leading things off. He is 0 for 2. 371 is the roll. And that is going to be a grounder to Larkin at short. Fires on to first. And the Pirates go down 1-2-3 again. Just an absolute gem of a game tonight from Tom Browning. All right, so here in the top of the 7th, another call to the pen for Pittsburgh. As Powers' evening will be done. He goes that 1 inning. Let's see. It was 2 runs, but they will be charged to Smiley. All right, and here in the 7th, it'll be Patterson to start things off, facing Paul O'Neill. All right, Paul O'Neill, the Reds' right fielder, he is 0 for 2. 2 flyouts, reached on an error, and scored a run. 304. That is going to be a strikeout. So 1 down. Nobody on. Here comes Eric Davis. Davis with that RBI double back in the first, and then he has ground out, including grounded into a double play. 295. Ooh, 295. That is going to be a deep drive to left field. Left field, the wind blowing in there, so it'll be -1. So Davis with a power of 8 down to 7. Let's see. Oh boy, so 1321. Oh, that is going to be far deep and gone. Kaboom. Eric Davis unloads into the left field stands. And, oh boy, 6-0, Cincinnati on top. After a long, loud, booming home run by Eric the Red. He will slowly trot around the bases. And a scattering of boos will start to come in from the home crowd here. Hal Morris coming up. Hal Morris 1 for 3 on the night. 317 is the roll. That will be a fly out to right field for the second out. And now with the bases empty, 2 out, here is Chris Sabo. Chris Sabo 2 for 3 on the night with a run scored. 167 will be a fly out to right field. So Patterson does recover after the solo homer, but the lead now extended 6-0, and it is time to stretch. All right, so here we go. Grab my trusty uke. Hopefully I didn't just untune it as I grabbed it. All right, here we go. And take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanut and cracker jack. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. There we go. All right. So we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. And Browning is going to stay out there. He has pitched himself quite a game. Oh my goodness. A 1-hit shutout for the Reds lefty. And here in the bottom of the 7th, we got the 2, 3, and 4 batters coming up. There will be some activity in the pen. Rob Dibble is going to start getting warmed up out there, just in case. All right, here we go. Jay Bell is 0 for 2 on the night. Browning kicks and deals 233. 233 is going to be a single. Uh-oh. So, leadoff single. Just the second hit of the night for Pittsburgh. And now here comes Andy Van Slyke. Van Slyke got the other hit all the way back in the first inning. Let's see what happens here. 186. Uh-oh, that's going to be a bloop single. And, oh, maybe Browning tiring now. That is the third hit. Oh, and actually that is going to be 2 points of fatigue on him. So back-to-back singles have runners at first and second. Nobody out. Here comes Bobby Bonilla. Boy, and just, it's not worth taking a chance. We're going to call that a night for Tom Browning. So here comes Rob Dibble to face Bobby Bonilla, and the Reds fans in attendance will give Tom Browning a big standing ovation as he heads into the dugout. Just a fantastic performance by him. He will go 6+ innings, 3 hits, no runs so far, although he is responsible for the runners on base. Let's see, looks like he struck out 2 batters and no walks. All right, so here we go, and here comes the fireballer Rob Dibble to face the first of the Killer Bees. All right. Bobby Bowe is 0 for 2 tonight. 2 flyouts to center field, and that error at third. 589. Oh boy, so that's going to go onto Winningham card in center field, and I think the 589 is going to be a long single. Let's see, and then the question mark, I believe, means that the runner has... Oh, no. Let's see. R1 must challenge the fielder's arm. Oh. Okay, because a first base plus means that it's the runner at second is going to score. Oh, and so I guess Van Slyke is going to ignore the hold sign at third, and he is going to try to come around to score. So, let's see, Winningham in center field has an arm of 4. Van Slyke with a speed of 5. So here we go. Let's see. So speed of 5 plus 9 will be 14. What did I say his arm was? Oh, he's not going to beat it. Right, I just want to make sure that he... let's see. If the speed... Oh, no, if the speed is equal to or greater than... Oh, so he is just going to beat the tag and come in to score. Oh, Herm Winningham had a good line and got it right in, but Van Slyke beats the throw home, and so it's going to be a 2-run single for Bobby Bonilla, and just like that, Pittsburgh is back into this. Oh, goodness. Let's see. What a bang-bang play at the plate, and it does not get any easier as here comes Barry Bonds. All right, so close the books on Browning. He will get charged those 2 runs. And here comes Barry Bonds. Bonds has been held in check tonight, 0 for 2. 431. And he is going to draw a walk. And, boy, things starting to get a little tense over on Cincinnati's bench. 2 on, nobody out, and 2 runs already in. Here comes R.J. Reynolds, and Reynolds 0 for 2. 574. So that is going to go to Davis in left field. Wrong stack. Let's see. He has the chart for center field, so we need to look at his range. So he is going to snag that. The blue die is only a 4. So fly out to left field, and finally we have 1 out. All right, so 1 out. 2 on, 2 runs in. Here comes the catcher, Don Slott. Slott is 0 for 2. 416. Oh, and there we go. The pitcher's best friend, a 6-4-3 double play. And that will do it for the 7th inning. So Pittsburgh battles back, gets 2 runs on 3 hits. 1 runner left on, and it is 6-2 as we head to the 8th inning. All right, we've got ourselves a ball game here. The Reds will have the 7, 8, and 9 batters coming up here in the 8th inning. And, let's see if they could get away with, I think they are going to bring in Belinda to face the bottom of the order. And they will have Landrum loosening if needed. So Belinda will come in and he will start with 1 point of fatigue. And he is facing Oliver to start things off. All right, so here we go. Oliver 0 for 2 with a walk. 399, and that is a home run. Oh, goodness. Oliver, who hit 8 home runs in the regular season, just got himself a big one here. Belinda loses a curveball, and Oliver turns on it, and you can kiss that one goodbye. And that is a quick way to get back one of those 2 runs. A solo bomb to start the top of the 8th. Here comes Duncan. Duncan 2 for 3 with 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. A 111 will become a 311, which is a strikeout. So there is the first out. Pitcher's spot due up. So we will have our first pinch hitter for Cincinnati. With the bases empty, let's see, against a righty, they will, might as well have Luis Quinones. He's been their best pinch hitter of the series. All right, 1 out, nobody on. For the pinch hitter, Quinones, 483. And that will be a strikeout. So Belinda has recovered after the leadoff home run to strike out the next 2 batters. And back to the top of the order for Larkin. 274 is going to be a grounder to Sabo, or a grounder to Bonilla at third. And he will fire on for the 3rd out. So 1 run, 1 hit, nobody left on, and the Reds are on top, 7-2. Here in the bottom of the 8th, we have the 8, 9, and 1 batters coming up. Let's see. I guess they will. We'll bring in another righty. We'll bring in Rick Mahler. And he will face Lind to lead things off. All right, Lind 0 for 2 on the evening. 159 is going to be a walk. Oh boy. The cardinal sin, walking the leadoff batter when you have a big lead. All right, so with the pitcher spot coming up, they will have another pinch hitter. We'll have the, Sid Bream will come on to pinch hit. So second pinch hitter of the night for Pittsburgh. Here in the 8th inning. All right, 1 on, nobody out. 5-run game. Series on the line. 1 490. Ooh, it's going to be a bloop single. So, Bream gets pinch hit single. Now we got runners at first and second. Nobody out. And here comes Gary Reedus. Oh boy, so I guess Charlton is going to start getting warmed up in the pen. 270 against a righty is going to be a deep drive to left field. So that'll subtract 1 from the power. So Reedus with a power of 6. It'll go down to 5. 5. Let's see. 6. 14 will just be a fly out to left field for the first out. Now here comes Jay Bell. Bell 1 for 3. 2 runners on. Let's see, 604 will become a 609, which will still be a strikeout. All right, there we go. So Mahler has settled in after the first 2 batters have reached. Let's see, and with Van Slyke coming up, we're going to go to the pen, and Charlton will come on to face Van Slyke. And the closer, Randy Myers, will now get warmed up in the pen for the Reds. All right, so Van Slyke, 2 for 3, 2 singles, and a run scored. 392. I don't like the sound of that. Oh, that's going to be a... wow, a 2-base error on Duncan, as a grounder will just go through his legs. Everybody running. So that means that Lind is going to come in to score. Oh, a costly error. And then Bream is going to end up at third. Van Slyke reaches on the E4. All right, so it's 7-3, and now here comes Bobby Bonilla. Yes, the bullpen is not getting it done. Oh, this is... I thought it was going to be a nice cruise through the last couple of innings. All right, oh, I forgot to mark that second out. All right, so 2 outs, runners at the corners, 1 run in. It is a 4-run game. Need to get Bobby Bonilla out here. 416, and they do. That will be a grounder to Larkin at short, and he will get the out. Whew. Boy, oh boy, you did not want to have a potential that Barry Bonds coming up representing the tying run. All right, so we will head to the top of the 9th inning. It is 7-3, Cincinnati on top. Pittsburgh will bring in, let's see, this will be their 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be their 6th pitcher of the evening. That'll be Bill Landrum. And he will be facing the 2, 3, and 4 batters. So Winningham going to lead things off. He's 1 for 4 at the plate, but he's had some really good plays out in center field. Let's see what he does here. 248 is the roll. 248 will be a grounder to second for the first out. 1 out, nobody on for Paul O'Neill. O'Neill is 0 for 3. Did reach on an error and scored. 696 is going to be a double for Paul O'Neill. All right, so a nice bit of hitting there by O'Neill. Gets his first hit of the evening, and here comes Eric the Red. Eric the Red has a double, a home run, and 2 RBIs. see what he does here. 101 is going to become a 301, which is a strikeout. So Landrum wins that battle. 2 out now. Still a runner in scoring position for Hal Morris. Morris 1 for 4. With a single and a run scored. 240. And he will ground out to second base for the 3rd out. So Landrum pitches around the 1-out double. He will be stranded. And here we go, folks. Bottom of the 9th. Randy Myers will jog out of the pen to lock down the save. And send his team to the World Series, but he will have his work cut out for him as he will face Barry Bonds to lead things off. So Bonds has been held in check tonight. He is only walked. Otherwise is 0 for 2. Here we go. Fans on their feet trying to will their team back into this series. 433. That is going to be a strikeout. Randy Myers comes in firing, and Bonds goes down swinging. 1 away. Here comes Reynolds. I think they'll let him. Yeah, he's a switch hitter, so they'll let him come in. He is 0 for 3 on the night. 362 is the roll. And he's going to get a Baltimore chop, and he will beat out an infield single. So a runner aboard. And now a Don slot coming up. We are going to have another pinch hitter. Let's see. I think we will have Jeff King is going to come in to pinch hit. All right, so King here in the 9th will be pinch hitting. 1 out, 1 on, a 4-run game. And 533 is the roll, so that is going to go to Morris at first. And the 533, his only play is going to be to step on first and get the out. So 2 down. Reynolds will advance to second on the play. And let's see. I think that they'll let Lind hit with the pitcher spot coming up next. All right, 2 out. Could this be it right here? Myers looks in, gets the sign from Oliver. Check on the runner at second. Back to the plate. Here's the throw. 377. Oh, it's going to be a shot down the line, but Sabo is going to dive from his knees. He throws it to first. And there we go. This one belongs to the Reds. And they are your 1990 National League champions as they defeat the Pittsburgh Pirates 4-1. Your final from Three Rivers Stadium is 7-3. There we go, folks. All right. The winner will be Tom Browning, who pitched a really great game until he just kind of ran out of steam in the 7th. He went 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs. He will get the win. Myers will get the save. And it is Drabek who will take the loss. As he was only able to go 4 innings before getting yanked, giving up 7 hits and 3 runs. There we go, folks. All right. So I guess I'm going to need to print out my Oakland A's from this set. and we'll keep the red ship rolling and head into the World Series. So that is going to do it for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Hope you had a fantastic week. Congratulations, Clinton. 3 months being a member. Thank you for your support. I appreciate that. I hope everybody has a great weekend. It's going to be fairly nice here in the New England area, at least for the middle of March. So maybe I'll try to get outside a little bit before I do any more gaming. But until next time, my name's Steve. Get out there, have fun, play games, and I will see you after further review. Have a good one, everybody.